Oh, you're the best.
I know.
Let's see who all's in here.
Jeannie! So good to see you.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited about our trip. Barbara, your thing is kind of foggy, but
I know it's Vaseline on my lens. No, I don't know. It's foggy, but I don't think I can fix it. Ugh.
okay, that's okay. That's okay. I just was good. It doesn't, we know how beautiful you are. So we'll, for those who don't know, you'll have to wait and find out when you see her in person. Hi, Terry Doss.
Hi,
Hi,
Jeannie.
Laura.
Hi.
Hi, Michelle and Allison. I haven't met you yet, but
Oh, lovely to meet everyone.
yes. So let's see, Patricia. Oh, you're Aunt Patty.
I'm Patty, yes.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. That's great. I'm so glad that all worked out. There's
Yes.
Tammy. Chris, I'm not seeing you, but I know you're there. I see your name. And Mary Vaughn. Hello. Okay. Oh my gosh. Let's see if we've got 11. We don't have everybody, but we are recording. So anybody who doesn't get to see this will have the recording. So I thought what we do, I mean, I know we didn't even do an info. Now we do info sessions on almost every trip. So we didn't do an info session, but I can talk through the itinerary if you want, or we can just go and maybe what I'll do is I'll talk through the itinerary first, and then we can talk to each of you. You can introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself, so we get to meet you before the flesh and blood meeting. Okay, so September 9th, I can't believe it's finally coming, but September 9th, we're going to be meeting in Lisbon. And we have checked out the hotel. If some of you know Lucy Frost, you've traveled with Lucy before. Lucy and I checked out a bunch of hotels. This is the one we loved. Lucy has stayed she subsequently returned to Portugal with her family, and everybody stayed at that hotel. Loved that hotel. So we're doing, I feel really happy about the hotel, and I hope you'll agree. It's in the Chiado district, which is kind of like I want to say it's kind of Brooklyn to different areas, Manhattan, but it's kind of, it's where the cool people are. So and the first day we'll go right, we'll meet our guide. So we'll have a woman guide in Lisbon for the 3 days we're in Lisbon, and we'll meet her, and she'll talk about give us an overview of the neighborhood and so forth. And then we're going on a sailboat on the, God, now it's the Tagore River. Now I'm like, can't remember the river name. Anyway, but it'll give us a way to be on that boat and to just kind of get a overview of the whole of Lisbon. And there's going to be lots of wine, I am told. I haven't done this particular boat ride, but it looks great and it's highly recommended. And then we're going to this LX factory, which again is kind of the hip place, one of the hip places to be. Lots of art in that area. The next day we go, let me call it my itinerary.
I just ask, what time is the boat ride?
The boat ride is at 6.
Okay.
We'll be meeting around 4. I think we had that. Did you all get, Marcy couldn't be on this call, but did you get the final itinerary from her? So yeah, that is,
Yes.
I don't know if she has the times on there, but
Oh.
I'm
And is there dinner on the boat?
no, dinner's after the boat.
Oh, okay.
So you know how they eat late at those in these places. I know that people are gonna be tired, but
Are we staying at 3 hotels altogether?
yes.
Okay.
Three nights in Lisbon.
Mm.
And then 3 nights in the Douro Valley and 1 night in Porto
Right.
on the way back. So yeah, it's it just has to be. I don't like changing hotels a lot, but this, I mean, if you're gonna want to be in the Douro Valley. So let's see. I'm feeling ill prepared. I had everything up, but now it seems to be gone. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right. Here's everything I need. So the next day is the Tile Museum, which is very, Portugal's well known for its tiles with the Moorish influence and everything. So we'll be going to see that. Then the Alfama district is the most historic, the oldest part of Lisbon, and it's got these, funky streets that go downhill and twist around, and it's been destroyed and rebuilt from earthquakes, and so we'll get the history there in that district. And then after some free time running around, we'll go to have a cooking class and dinner at the Lisbon Cooking Academy. So we get a cooking class in, we get a fun dinner. The next day we do a ceramics workshop. So when I was there's these two women who run this ceramics workshop, and their shop is right in, the middle of that Alfama district. So we'll have just been to the tile museum the day before. So we'll get to work on our tiles. And the cool thing is that they're going to end up, they have to fire them after we do our designs, and they're going to ship them to our hotel in Porto. So when we come back around, we'll get our tiles before we leave town. I mean, before we leave the country.
Oh.
So, which is fun. So that's these are some cool women. They're women artists in our age group. And so then we go to a fado performance, and fado, if any of you know, it's like it's very Portuguese. I mean, I think it's usually they do these long kind of evenings of fado, and but luckily we're doing the 1 hour version, so which is, from what I hear people say, that's just about all you need. But it's it's just it's so Portuguese, very, I guess it'd be kind of like our blues or something, but maybe the blues in opera form, because I believe there's like storytelling and so forth. So so we'll do that, and then we'll have dinner near our hotel. When Lucy and I were there, there's like these little squares with outdoor seating, and sometimes there's music and dancing. I mean, there's just this area we're in, there's something always right around where we're in that neighborhood. It's really great. So the next day we have a bus come, a minibus, and it'll take us, I think it's a minibus, I don't think it's one of the big ones. Anyway, we're going to go up to the Douro Valley, but on the way we're going to stop at a famous town called Costa Nova that has these gorgeous fishing. These buildings, it's very distinctive painting, like striped paint, the homes in this little village, the painted stripes, either horizontal or vertical, and all these different colors. Well-known area for great seafood. And when Lucy and I were there, we met a friend of a friend there, and she brought in all her friends, or like 3 of her friends. So there's 4 women that we met in this area who we're going to have lunch with. So we'll get to meet them. They're wonderful. One's a journalist in Portugal. One has done all kinds of work. One's a teacher and an artist. So we'll get to meet them over lunch, which, I love to get us meeting local women, and they're just wonderful. Then we'll go to the Quinta Nova Hotel, and this is a Relais and Chateau hotel. It is super fabulous. And do you want me to? You've probably
That's
like
the one-nighter. That's the one
no,
night,
that's the
right?
3 nights.
Oh, that's
We're
the 3 night.
and we have the whole
Okay.
hotel. We have the whole hotel.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Th-
great.
th-
This
three
is
nights.
French chateau level. Like I read something that the place itself,
Really?
like it used to be owned by the King of Portugal or something.
Yeah, it's a very old wine estate, you know, where they've been making wine for years, and I'm going to just show you. I mean, this is, you can look at this yourself, but
Is that the
while we're-
red looking one? Red brick or something?
yeah, it's got a red roof, but it's white.
Oh.
I'm going to just share because it's. I have to tell you that it blew Lisa.
Oh, right.
We were blown away. We were like,
Gorgeous.
okay,
It's gorgeous.
this is where we need to go. And so, I mean, it's just,
Oh, it's
gorgeous.
11 rooms.
Yeah, so we have all the rooms that when we're there, and it's just, so that means, you know, we were going to take a lot of time to enjoy the location, but the first day that we're there, we're going to have all 3 dinners there because it is kind of, you're on this hilltop, the river's down below, and to get in and out,
Yeah.
it's by road, it's a lot, it's very windy. But so we're going to have dinner there every night, but the first day we're there, we're going to do this help with the wine harvest. So we're having that that experience. Oh wait, somebody's coming in. Oh, sorry. So we'll have that. I'm trying to see if they have more pictures that we can go through. I have some pictures I can send too, but you can look online, you can Google it.
Yeah.
It's just a fabulous hotel. When I saw it, I was like, okay, for those of you who went to Umbria and the villa there,
Yes.
I mean, it's on that level, and but it's a hotel.
Good.
So so the first day we're there, we're doing grape harvest. It might be a lot of work. You can do as much as you want or as little. There's no, it's just, but you're experiencing it. And then the second day we're there, we're going to have a boat come pick us up. There's a pier on the river. We're going to go down the river to Penhow, one of the little towns nearby. And we're going to get off there and do a little walking around and then go to another winery for lunch. So, and then on the way back, the boat will take us back, pick us up, take us back, and we'll have time. They're supposed to find us a little cove or something where we can do some swimming off the boat. So, and then we'll get back.
Nice.
So you'll have I'm designing it so that we have some good amount of time at the hotel since it is such a beautiful place. There's
Yeah.
walks and everything. You'll really, really love it. And there's a pool. And it is, when I was there, it was in June, it was pretty hot, you know, it just a lot. And September should be a little bit cooler, but still, you know, all these European countries, they're warmer than normal. And so I'm pack your suits. That's what I'm going to tell you. Definitely want to pack your suit. So we'll have a lot of nice time there. And then the last full day I was going to have us, you can take a train into Porto from this place into Porto, but the train system is just so unreliable. There's just so many strikes and stuff. So at the last minute, like 2 weeks ago, I was decided, and I actually got somebody to pick us up and take us on a coach to Porto, because I thought all of a sudden, it would be terrible if we got stuck. I mean, there's worse places to get stuck, but I
Right.
didn't want that to happen. So the trains are just so just unreliable, and I just felt it like I had to make a decision. So we're taking a coach back and to Porto. Then we'll get to Porto probably, you know, noon or so, around noon, and then we'll have a little time if you want to grab something to eat. And then at 2:00 we have a local woman who's going to take us around Porto and just walk us through Porto, learn a little bit about Porto, and then we'll have our farewell dinner on that night. And then the next day, people will be out. I guess, is everyone leaving out of Porto? I know it wasn't the most convenient thing, but people are flying out of Porto. I know it's probably an extra
Yeah,
hop.
Yeah, it
But-
worked out well actually for us.
Oh,
it
did it?
did.
New Yorkers, yeah.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
good. I'm so glad. 'cause
Actually, my husband is meeting me in Porto on the
Oh,
last
good.
day. You'll get to meet him, my
I'm
marshal.
so
And then
glad.
we are going into Spain down to Malaga, I think it's called.
Malaga, yeah.
Down.
Yeah.
Malaga, sorry.
That's
yeah.
Malaga,
nice.
Malaga.
And then we're gonna stay there 4 days and then up to Barcelona for 4 days.
Oh my gosh.
And I know, I'm so excited. Then my daughter's gonna join us. She's going to France for a trip. So she's gonna come over to Barcelona. So you'll
Okay.
get to meet Marshall.
Oh, that's great. I love that. And I
And
actually,
please.
Yeah.
Please
that?
tell us that we're not going
What,
to
honey?
get COVID there, because I just had COVID in Eastern Europe
Oh, you just had
and
it.
it was not fun. I
well,
mean,
you're not gonna get it because
Yeah.
you're gonna have
You're
just
not
got
gonna
it.
yeah,
get it.
You're
I'm
bulletproof.
getting
okay.
I'm getting another COVID shot. I mean, they
I
said
got
that
a booster
you got a
and
booster. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna
before
get a
I went.
booster.
They say
And-
the ones out now are not the ones for the virus that's around now.
I
So-
know,
No,
that's
but
what
Yeah,
I
there's
know.
a newer one coming and it's
there's a
better
newer
to
one
just
coming.
wait.
That's but I was just reading that should you get it, I think there was the Times, they said,
Yeah,
should
the
you,
Times did that piece. And
Yeah.
and my takeaway from it, although it was sort of vague, was go ahead and get the one you can get now, and then you'll still
Yeah.
be able to get the new one later in the fall.
Yeah, you might have to wait a little longer.
a little
but
bit, but like,
yeah, not much.
yeah, like November.
And
maybe.
also you get it anyway. So
Well,
I mean,
you get what anyway? Oh, you get the
COVID.
oh gosh.
we're not gonna get we're not we're not,
not
gonna,
getting
it's not
COVID.
part of the
Okay,
trip.
never mind. Okay.
Can I
Not,
get rid of it?
yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's kind of an overview. I think, so when I was there with Lucy, we were, in Lisbon trying to figure out the best possible trip that we could do. So we covered far, high and low, and now I've worked, now I'm working with some people on this, but I really, when I saw this Quinta Nova Lodge, I thought of all of you, and I thought of those, especially those who've been
Perfect.
to Italy, because I thought that's a level I need to be at. I need to be at that Italy level.
Absolutely. We're spoiled now.
Yeah.
Are you coming, Jeannie?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Good.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm actually going to in between. So I have 2 trips to Portugal. You guys are the first, and then there's like 6 days in between, and then there's another group. Well, in between those 6 days, Mike is coming over, but he's flying into Lisbon.
Oh, wow.
So I'm renting a car in Porto, and the morning that everyone's flying out, I'm driving from Porto to Lisbon and picking him up. So you won't get to meet him unless you're going to Lisbon and you want to ride.
Yeah.
Well, we might want to ride to Coimbra because it's the town in between the two, because we were going to take the train and now maybe we can't take the train.
Oh, so wait, are you guys?
How
where
long
are you-
of a, So Patty, Colleen and I are staying no, we're staying another night in Porto. Never mind. Goodbye. Never
Oh,
mind.
okay. Never mind. Okay, so let's do this. I want everybody to start meeting each other. Some of you have overlapped before, which is what I love about our trips, when you can get people, but we have new people and who've come in through maybe word of mouth, or like, I know Terry, you have a friend who's coming. Is this Jolene? Is that how you say your name?
Yes, I'm excited.
Yes, so you guys are pals.
Yep.
Where's Jolene? Oh, I haven't seen her on here. I mean, she's
She's not
I
on.
think you have to change it back to all of us on the screen. I
Well,
don't have
I-
everybody.
I did. I
She's-
did.
Oh,
I
she's-
didn't.
eh.
But
she's
anyway,
on, but she's having to go pick her daughter up. So
okay. Well,
I
let's
saw
start with.
her there pop in. She probably is distracted.
Well, let's start with you, Terry, since I've put the spotlight on you. Just tell us just a quick thing of where where you are, where you live, and then what other trips you've done and why Portugal.
Well, I'll start with why Portugal, because it's been on my bucket list. So I was like so excited when I saw this trip. And I was telling Jolene about it, and she's a peer I work with here with her. And that night she texted me back saying, I'm coming. So that's why Portugal. And the cool thing is that her daughter is going to be spending a semester abroad in Barcelona. So we are actually going to go to Barcelona
Oh,
prior
after this.
to. So we're kind of reversing what you're doing, Tammy. So we're going to be
Yeah, yeah.
about 5 days in Barcelona together. And I live in basically in Scottsdale, Arizona, where it's nice and toasty. And it will be my third trip. Yay. So, and Tammy and I have I've been on all three,
Troncones.
but yes.
Oh yeah,
Troncona
you were in Troncones and on
And-
and to San Miguel. That's great.
and Stell. Yeah. So I'm super excited.
That's fun.
Yep.
Great.
Yep.
Okay. What a Laura, just say hello to everyone.
Hi, especially hi, Colleen. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Tammy. So good to see
Hi,
you.
honey.
My New York friends I see all the time, so whatever. Hi.
That's right. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Hi.
So, and I wore my except is it backwards?
Uh,
My
No,
Havana
it's right.
no.
It's Havana Queens. Oh my God.
because and
Fabulous.
people ask me about it all the time out here. Anyway, I'm from New York. I'm not there right now. I'm on Fire Island.
Yay.
See the
Lucky-
shakes. And I am so excited about Portugal because it also has been on my bucket list for a long time, and it's the it destination right now. Let's face it, right? I mean, everybody's either going, they just went, they want to go, they went before, but they want to go again. So I'm pretty excited, and I have a friend who moved to Lisbon with her husband, and I'm hoping to actually get her to come to like maybe a lunch or something to talk
Oh, that
about
would be
like,
cool.
like
Nice.
what it means
Nice.
to move, just pick your life up and move to Lisbon. They love it. They started out renting and now they bought a place. So
Well,
Wow.
actually, let's talk
Nice.
about it. Maybe there's a place that makes sense to bring her in. So,
Yeah. Yeah, it'd
so
be fun.
we'll talk about that. That'd be fun and cool. Okay, so how about Colleen? Hi, Colleen.
I'm the first of the Martell sisters. Of course, hello to everyone I've met before. But this time we have another part of our family here with Patty Brunzing. She is our aunt, and so she's joining us as well. This will be Michelle's fourth trip and my third and Patty's first. And I'm in California. Hello to all.
Yay. And some of you, I think, are getting, we have 5 trips and you get a special gift and then a discount. I think, Laura, you might be ready for
Or-
that.
In San Miguel, it'll be my fifth, I think.
Yeah, okay, we'll get that taken care of. Michelle, I don't know, how many have you done?
This will be 4. So I started with France, Troncones, Cuba in February, and then this. I'm in Austin, and I have to say it was the description of the Douro Valley Hotel, because I sort of had the vibe from the French chateau of like, I know how fucking excellent this is going to be. Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We did have that chateau experience. I forgot
Yeah.
that some people loved and some I know Chris did. Chris loved it. But I know, but to tell you the truth, Lori keeps saying we should do that again, and let's just not have Ellen involved because Ellen wasn't as in love with it as we were. So anyway, that's a whole story about the French chateau.
Are you talking about Umbria?
No, we're talking.
Oh,
I forgot we
the
did
other
another
place.
a place in Normandy that's been in the same the Schlumbers
Right.
family since the early 1800. So anyway, we could go back at some point. We haven't burned that bridge, which is nice.
Oh, Chris sold me that trip, so if I go on it, you have to give her a commission because
Oh, okay.
her description of it made me want to go so bad that
Well, we're thinking about we should really try to bring it back because it's just one of those places that you could never. It's a private estate, it's not an inn. So we're working on it. It's all thinking.
Okay.
We're all thinking. Okay, Leslie, why don't you say
Yes.
hello to everyone?
Hi, everyone. And hi, everyone I already know. I'm in New York City, not on Fire Island. Although I might have been on Fire Island if I hadn't gotten COVID.
Oh.
But I just came back from a cruise on the Danube and a visit to Prague, where a grandson was bar mitzvahed in
Oh,
Prague
fabulous.
Ooh, very
at this
nice. Very
gorgeous
nice.
old temple. Wow. It was an amazing trip, except for the COVID. And I think this will be my fourth trip.
I think so. I think so. We're so
think so.
happy to have you.
And
have you
I have a very cute bathrobe that I'm going to bring to wear.
Well, everybody should know everything that
Can't
Leslie
wait.
owns is very cute. Very, very cute. Okay, how about you, Chris? You came up on my screen right now. How about you? Good to see you.
Hi, everybody I know and everybody I don't know. And this is my 7th trip, which kind of sounds like get a life, but
No,
It sounds like.
and I'm super excited.
That is life.
Yeah, it is. I'm super excited. I've just heard so much about it, and I just can't wait. It's going to be wonderful. And I could sell out the chateau in Normandy in one email. I swear to God, Jeannie, everybody wants to go. And I saw Leslie's Summer Days photo in the San Antonio group that got together.
I know she was there, and I think that nobody else was there in San Antonio who knew that all the connections. So anyway, but I saw that too, so
Yeah.
I was aware of it. Okay, Tammy.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so I've been sitting here thinking, where have I been with you guys? I had to write it down, because there's a lot. So 2 times to Troncones, 1 time to San Miguel, Italy, South Carolina, Portugal now, and then I'm also going to Ireland.
Oh yeah, that's right. You signed up for Ireland. Oh my
I
God.
did. I signed up, and I did get a nice gift. Thank you so much again, and a nice discount. And I'm very grateful. I live in Sugarland, which is right outside of Houston. That's the main house. Then I have a cabin in Wimberley, and that's where I am right now.
Oh, good.
Inside, because it's like 100 and some degrees out there right now. So I have 2 adult children who are a pain in my ass, and I have a husband who is mostly good, but also
Oh, he's so
Anyway,
sweet. I've never met him, but I always
he
think
is.
he's so sweet.
You're gonna love him. You're all gonna love him. Everybody loves Marshall. Okay. And I'm excited. I'm excited because just being with you girls, and I know so many of you, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. What am I? Well, I didn't miss anything, I don't think.
No, you're good. Okay, Barbara Lippert.
Hi,
There you go.
everyone. I feel
Barbara,
like
you're fuzzy.
She put Vaseline on it, she said.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not
Oh,
ready.
that old trick.
I don't know how.
Yeah, sure.
But we'll have to bear with me.
You photoshopped yourself. That's all.
Yeah. So I know Colleen, Tammy, Laura, Leslie, Michelle. So that's a lot of people.
And Colleen. You know Colleen too.
I said Colleen.
Oh, you said
She
Colleen.
said
Sorry.
that.
I'm sorry.
And Jeannie.
And of course, Jeannie. And I was at Troncones twice. And so this will be my 3rd trip. And I really am excited. I've never been to Portugal. I'm very excited about getting back to Europe, which I haven't been to in a couple of years. And the trip sounds phenomenal. So I'm looking forward.
Yay. I'm so excited. Okay. How about you, Allison? Aren't you in Austin? Wait, are you?
I am. I'm part of
Okay.
the Austin contingent. It's my first trip with this group. I'll be traveling with Kathy Schneider, who I've traveled with individually and a couple of other groups. But yeah, so I'm very excited. I've been to Portugal once, but just for a couple of days in Lisbon, tacked on to a trip through southern Spain. So I'm very excited to explore the country in more detail. And I love the getting kind of behind the scenes with a lot of interesting women who are local. So very excited about it.
Yeah, good. Well, we're excited to have you. And Kathy, she's not on the call today, is
No, she's visiting friends in Colorado right now, and they're probably out hiking, is my guess.
Oh, okay, good. Well, she'll have the recording too.
Yeah.
Okay, Aunt Patty, or I guess we shouldn't call you that. Patricia.
They don't even call me Aunt Patty.
Oh, okay. Do they call you just Patty?
Patty.
Yes, because they were born when I was in high school. So
Oh.
I'm almost their age.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Look at it, makes them laugh. So I was never really aunt. But I live
Okay.
in Northern California, as far north on the coast as you can get before you get to Oregon.
Oh,
So
nice.
it's only 70 some degrees right now where I live.
Oh,
Nice.
I know, look at
teasing.
Michelle.
102, just, yeah.
Oh,
Ah,
yeah. Yeah, big mistake. So I've never been
Yeah.
on this trip, but I love the fact that when people say, where are you going? And you say Portugal, everybody goes, oh, so yeah,
Isn't
lot of
that
jealous.
great?
a lot of
That's so
jealousy.
great. Well,
Yeah.
we're excited that this all worked out. I remember that something moved and there was that opening for you. So it was great. I'm so
Yes.
That's wonderful.
okay. Is it pronounced Mary Vaughn?
That's exactly it,
Okay,
Jeannie. Good.
good.
Yeah, some people say Maravon and some people say Mary Vaughn, but it's Mary Vaughn. That's right.
Well, we have had a Mary Vaughn on a trip before.
You have?
She's in
I've
San
never met
Antonio.
another one.
But you're in,
yay.
are you in New York?
I wish I was. I'm now exiled to Connecticut, but I did
Oh.
live in New York for like 25 years. And I wish I still lived in New York, to be honest, but compromise is such that we had to give up one place or the other. So we gave up the New York apartment. And, but I try to get there a couple times, 2 or 3 times a month anyway, for
Yeah.
some trumped up reason or to go to a matinee. But this is my first trip it's my first Next Tribe trip. I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember how I found out about
I
Next
know. I
Tribe.
wonder how you found
I
out.
don't know if it was word of mouth or there was maybe you had some speaker and I tuned in. I said, well, this is all a really great idea. So I signed up to be a member. And then when the Portugal trip came, I'd never been there, always wanted to go there. So I said, I'll just sign right up. And I tried to get a couple friends, but they were too late. It was closed out. So
Well, you're
now one
gonna
of my
have
friends is
a
actually
bunch.
signed up for the Cuba trip, who
Oh,
lives in California. So I'm
are you
very
going
excited.
to are you going to Cuba?
I haven't signed up for it because I have to see. I don't know. Is it closed?
It's not closed yet, but we have like about 5 spots, and some of these women, Laura, Colleen.
Go to Cuba.
Yeah.
It's so fantastic.
I want your T-shirt.
Well, you can get it.
You can get one if you go. It's such a great trip. I really recommend it.
I know my friend whose name is Tori Henley. If you remember that, Jeannie, from the
Okay.
signups, but she lives outside of San Francisco and is really fired up. She said, I just like the idea of all everything about the cool women who go on these trips. And she said, how am I going to get to Cuba otherwise? So if you're
Exactly.
going, you'll love her. She's the greatest.
Yeah, the guide. And Mary Vaughn, you're in media. I was reading about you're a media. We're a media person.
Well, I was kind of a media lawyer, and I've worked
Ah.
mostly in sports and entertainment. So
Interesting.
I just finished a big project on this
Shell
soccer
waving.
tournament called Copa America, which went
Oh.
pretty well until the final match.
I
And then, of course,
watched
there
it.
was the Stampede in Miami, but
Oh God, that's right.
not my job, not my problem. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
Well, the reason I
Was
was
that
saying
Beckham's team?
pardon?
No,
No,
that had nothing to do with
it's-
Beckham.
Oh no,
That was-
no. He
No.
does own the Miami team in MLS.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no, unfortunately, I haven't met him. And this project is now wrapped up because just conveniently on a timely basis by the end of August. So I said,
good.
I'm free to go. Yay.
Yay. Well, I want to tell you
Yay.
the reason I was saying that about Cuba is, and whether since you're in media, but you know the name Kathy Black, the former
Oh,
CEO.
yes, that's how I joined.
Oh,
Because I listened
she's
to her
she's
talk.
going to Cuba.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to sign up for Cuba then.
Yeah, she's been on another trip. And I remember, of course, having been in media in New York, I was like, oh my God, Kathy Black's coming on this.
I know.
And I was so nervous. I
She's
thought maybe
the queen of media.
yeah, she's the queen of, and I was like, wonder what she's going to be like. Couldn't have been nicer.
Yeah.
I thought she might be a diva. No divaness, nothing. No, but she's just lovely. So, anybody, but I know most of you, Barbara, you must know her name.
Of course, New York
Yeah.
Magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's like legend. It's like, I
Yeah,
mean,
first
And I
she was,
met her at one of the gatherings in
yes,
the
yeah.
city.
Yeah,
She was,
you,
And
yeah,
she
you
was
had her at an
so
event.
yeah, we
lovely.
remember that.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
now that I know this, I'm going to see if one of my other friends wants to sign up for Cuba, because she is really tight with Kathy Black, and she's
Oh,
now the head of a kind of a magazine media group that is for interior design.
oh,
So
cool.
her name is Kate Kelly Smith, if it pops up.
Okay, Kate Kelly. I'm making note of all this stuff. Okay, but anyway, we'll get back to Portugal now.
Okay.
Can
Who
you
am I-
tell us?
I just want
anybody?
Jolene. I think the only person I've missed is Jolene. Is that right? Jolene, do you want to say hello?
You're on
I'll be
mute.
right back.
Oh, there she is.
Hi.
Laura. You're
Yeah,
Terry's
so
friend.
Jolene, I'm Terry's friend. This will be my first Next Tribe adventure. I am super excited. I was on a call with Terry and she was not bragging, but let's say bragging about going to Portugal. And I immediately said, I want to go. And she goes, well, you should come. And I was like, okay. I mean, like literally that fast. And I said, later that night, I told my husband, I'm thinking about going to Portugal. And he's like, you should go. And so I literally texted Terry later that night and said, I'm going to Portugal with you. So I'm super excited. I live in Sacramento, California. My husband and I, say hi, husband.
Hi, husband.
Driving. We're actually going to San Francisco right now to pick up my daughter. But yeah, so on the front end of the trip, Terry and I are dropping off my daughter for her. She'll be in Barcelona through end of December. So I'm going to go on the front end and Terry's going to join me. We're going to get her settled, go do our Portugal experience with you all. And then I'll go back to Barcelona, give her a hug, and then come home. And then my husband's going to go pick her up on the back end of the trip. So
Oh
he'll
my
go to
gosh, what a great
Barcelona in
plan.
December. Yeah.
That's wonderful. I'm so glad that
Yeah.
worked out. And so when
Yeah.
are you going over? It must be coming up pretty, like right before.
Yeah, so we
Labor Day?
leave, my daughter and I leave on September 1st, and we're going to be in Barcelona the 2nd through the 9th. Terry joins me on the 5th, right, Terry? I think so, 5th. And we'll be there until the 9th. And then Terry and I are staying an extra night in Porto.
Okay.
And then on the 17th, she flies back to the States. I fly to Barcelona for just one night, and then I come home on the 18th.
Okay, good. Well,
Yeah.
I'm so glad that worked out. I'm glad. I love hearing all
Yeah.
the other adventures that people are having while they're, building onto this. So,
Yeah, yeah.
what I think we've had everyone introduced. There's some people who couldn't make it on this today, but what kind of questions? Any questions that you have right now?
I think, Jeannie, that somebody already asked this question in the WhatsApp about money and how much, should we get the money there? Should we get it here?
Oh yeah, we did talk about that. So what I don't usually get the money in advance. I usually change at the airport, and I don't know why. I just change some money at the airport, and then after that, I just rely on ATMs because they they give you euros, and I would think 300, the equivalent of, let me see, equivalent of $300 or should be enough unless you're a shopper, but everything takes credit cards, but I'm just trying to think, 300 to 500
Okay.
US equivalent, but knowing that you always have the ATMs, we're
Yeah.
very, we're in a
Yeah.
very
When
developed.
we went to Greece, we did the ATM mostly. And
Yeah. So
a little bit of a few euros when we got there. So
yes, Tammy.
One thing, I made a mistake because I didn't know any better when we were in Italy. Do it without the conversion. Am I right? Without the conversion. I think I did it with conversion. I ended up paying an extra $25.
Oh, you
So
mean at the ATM? I think that depends on the
yeah,
bank. I don't know if every bank or every ATM will give you that choice, but unless I just don't remember that
well, I
everywhere.
think Marcy posted something in the WhatsApp. So take a look
Okay.
at the WhatsApp. And
Okay.
she said the same thing, if I'm not mistaken.
and
So,
I
'cause
know
I made
that-
the mistake.
and I know there are some places when you charge on the credit card, they will ask you, do you want it to be charged in dollars or in euros? And
Yeah.
you want it in
Yeah,
dollars.
this was just a, ATM card, debit
Okay.
card.
Okay, that's
Mhm.
cool. I did not know
Yeah.
that. Who did somebody else say something?
Well,
said-
Portugal is not on the euro, is that right?
It is on the euros, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, euros.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones where it's like.
And what else? Anything else? I guess we
Kamala. Sorry.
what, Barbara?
Go Kamala.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm sorry, we're not supposed to talk about politics. But anyway, I was
Okay.
told. So anyway, but
But we're on a very good route.
how long is that car ride? How long is that car ride from?
it's a
to
total of
Porto?
like 5 hours, but we split it up. So we'll do 3 hours in the
good,
morning,
okay.
have our lunch, and then after lunch we'll go like another 2-ish hours.
Oh,
It
yeah,
just-
that's a long ride.
Yeah. So, but we break it up. So
Okay.
Okay, my very
was looking
important question
forward.
is shoes. What about shoes for walking? And
okay,
Bring it.
what's a recommendation?
I've done stories.
Birkenstock.
I've done stories about walking shoes and sandals. You know, comfortable sandals.
Yeah.
So I can put those in the chat, but I can't emphasize enough comfortable shoes. I mean, we will. I mean, maybe not so much that during when we're at the Douro Valley, we'll be in the hotel or we'll be on a boat or we'll be. But you'll need tennis shoes, I would imagine, for doing the grape harvest to be out in the grape fields. I would also, I think they give you shirts, but let me check that out or give you something. But we haven't sent out the packing list yet, so we need to do that. I'll talk to Marcy about that. But I think I need to find out what you're supposed to wear doing the grape harvest. But I know closed-toed shoes would be, you don't want to be with sandals in that dirt. So yeah, I'm going to put something in there. I'll find those stories. But yeah, you really guys, especially going around the Lisbon, we're going to be doing a lot of walking. I mean, we have transportation, but it's a walking city, especially when we get in that old neighborhood, the Alfama neighborhood. There's no cars can really get into some of those places. So please keep that in mind.
And weather, I know you can't predict the weather, but in general.
Let's see I mean, it's going to be warmish. I mean, it's not going to be cold. Let me see. Lisbon weather.
Does it get cool at night or does it stay hot?
Let's look. Let's see. Well, Lisbon has the ocean breeze. It's in the 70s, which is good. The highs are the 70s and the lows in the 60s. So a wrap, as always, a cotton cardigan would be really good. Or cotton sweater. I'll probably have a cotton sweater. I always have some kind of cotton sweater somewhere and a wrap for.
Is there a rain issue there in September? I'll look it up. But
does not look like it. But the Douro Valley. Let's look at the Douro Valley weather. Let me pin how weather by month. Okay, let's see how it gets. So it's going to be a little Pinhao is the town in the Douro Valley, and it can be in the low 80s. So it might be, and it's the kind of place where you're in the sun and you are like, you really feel it. So you will definitely need a good hat. I remember feeling like the sun, oh wait, here's Nancy. Nancy.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
There she is.
Nancy's coming with us, but Nancy, you've been under the weather. How are you feeling now?
I'm feeling better. After 11 days of having West Nile virus, I would highly tell everybody not to get bitten by mosquitoes in Texas or Minnesota.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Did you know whether you got it in which state or?
I have a feeling it was just because of the incubation that it was Texas.
Oh, okay. Everybody be careful. That's
I'm always getting bit. That sucks.
okay. Put your sunscreen. I mean, put your spray. Well, Nancy, we were just talking about the whole itinerary and everything, but you'll be able to see it from a recording. But
Yeah.
do you want to just say a little bit about yourself and why
Sure.
you're excited about Portugal, and then we can everyone can get to know you.
So who else is on this call? Looks like we've got a whole bunch of folks, bunch of people I don't know. I think I recognize Allison. And Laura Ross is a name I recognize.
Here I am.
I do video, but I really look pretty disheveled right now.
We understand.
So I am excited for lots of reasons, but certainly because some of my friends are going, and that makes it even all the better. And Jeannie's going to be there, which is going to be fabulous. So Kathy Schneider and myself and Peggy Miller, and then Kathy has a friend, I believe her name is Allison, who is going to be joining us.
Yes, we met, and I didn't. That's right. Peggy's
yeah.
Peggy's
where's
tied
Peggy?
up. She's got a schedule conflict, so she couldn't make the call tonight. She will listen to the recording, and I'll listen to the first 15 minutes. I apologize for being late. So yeah, this will be my first foray onto the continent, and looking forward to that. I've been, to Ireland and other places, but certainly not the continent.
Okay, and we did talk a little. I know you on the WhatsApp group. You were talking about money. We did talk about money. You'll see that when you listen. So, but any other? We talked about shoes. What other thing? So you
all the good stuff. So Kathy, and I don't believe she's on this call, found out that with a carry-on bag, at least with the airlines that we're dealing with, that it can only be 17 pounds. So we're going to be checking our bags, and that was a shock because I don't know about you, but 17 pounds that would be.
Mine's usually 50.
Yeah. And I'm hesitant to check a bag.
Yeah, what airline is it, Nancy?
Air Canada and Lufthansa and United. Yeah. So Lufthansa.
Are any of you New Yorkers taking a flight out of Newark?
Yes.
Are
I'm
you
Barbara and Laura and I.
Are you going on United?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Sunday night?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay.
And one thing that Marcy will do is if she had now we're in the 2 to 3 weeks, so she'll send out whose flight, if she hasn't already, who's going on what flight, so you can compare and share a cab from the airport. And the good thing about the Lisbon airport, it's not far from downtown, so it's not
great. So Peggy, Kathy, and I think Allison, but I'm not sure, and I are all coming in and leaving together.
Okay, yeah, I did see that there was quite a few of the all together. I mean, people
I actually leave. I come back before the rest of the group. I come over with the Austin group. So
hi, Allison.
Okay, let's see Tammy's. Okay, this is who's all coming in at the same time. Laura, Leslie, Mary Vaughn, and Tammy,
and Barbara.
And Barbara. You guys are all on the same.
Tammy.
So that's good. You get in about 8:20 a.m., correct?
Yep.
Yep. So I will get there the day early, and just because with flights, I'm just not risking it. I'm getting in the day early. And so if anybody who comes in early, and if your room's not ready, which likely won't be ready, you're welcome to put stuff in my room, rest in my room. I'll go out and do stuff, so we'll be in touch about that. So I think, but 8:20 looks like the earliest that people get in. Somebody's getting, Michelle, you're getting in at 9:15. Chris, Chris and Patty Brunsing are getting in 9:05. Where's all the others? Doesn't seem like we have everybody's flight here, so we'll have to get on that. But so yeah, there's gonna be some overlap, which is good.
Yep.
I'm just looking. Yeah, I see Air Canada, right, and Lufthansa. So we're all good. So what you need now is a packing list. I'm gonna make
Room
sure
assignments.
the room
Yeah.
assignments. Let me see. Everybody is rooming with their pal. The only people who don't know each other is Patty and Mary Vaughn. You guys are rooming together. You have not met I don't, everybody else
Oh,
is rooming
we haven't.
with their friends. But
No.
so say hi to Patty, Mary Vaughn,
Roommate.
and what's that?
I need a roommate.
They're roommates, yes.
No, I need a roommate.
Oh, no, you don't have a roommate. No, you do not have a roommate. But we'll it's just the way that everything was configured. So so that's all good. So everybody else, because yeah, there's only a certain number of rooms that we had that could be split into 2 beds. So Kathy and Allison are together, Patty and Mary Vaughn, Peggy and Nancy, Michelle and Colleen, Jolene and Terry are the ones sharing rooms.
And Leslie and
And us.
Laura.
No, you guys are down as singles.
What?
No.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it.
To be discussed.
To be discussed, but anyway, but
We'll take
that's
singles.
huh?
We'll take singles, but we didn't pay
We'll
for
take singles, but we did say roommates from the start.
Okay, I'm not sure what's going on, so we'll work that out. But yeah, I didn't do the rooming, but because there's only we have only a certain number of rooms that can be divided in half. And you know, I have to say that this is the thing, if I think there might have been an available single room, and because you guys are lifetime members always get so if anybody's wondering, like, wait, why did I get lifetime? If there's a room available for an upgrade or anything, it's always a lifetime.
Okay, fine with me.
Or we're not letting Laura room with anyone ever again.
Oh, wait, who did
Oh,
you
that
room
couldn't
with
be it.
before?
In Quinta Nova and in Porto. The room.
What's that?
What about in the other 2 places we're staying? The room situation.
It's all the same. We had to make it all the same
Right,
throughout
you'll have to tell me later then.
yeah, anything we did, we had to do it the same. So anyway, so it's good. Everybody, you've met your roommate, and you are the 2 people who've never met before, and I can tell they're going to be good. It's a good group. This is a good group.
Yeah, it's a good
It's a
group.
very good group.
So Jeannie,
Yeah.
just as a quick question, and you know that this is an issue, and maybe for other people it is also. Being celiac, I have to have gluten-free. So how's that going to be handled? Should I do something special or?
The restaurants I've checked with, they're all attuned to allergies and, you know, special dietary needs. So I don't think there's nothing that I know of that will, like when we did the cookout in Charleston, where it's like going to be forced on you, or, you know, that there's no option. So
Well, I'm thinking what I'll do is put together a card that is in Portuguese that will explain what I can and can't eat.
Okay. And the other thing is that there's a couple of restaurants that we're going to have to make a choice in advance of what our menu options are, and Marcy will send that. It'll be the hotel in Porto, and then the the restaurant in Porto, and then the restaurant when we stop on the drive up to the Douro Valley. I'm probably going to choose paella for that dinner, but I'm going to have Marcy send a text and that'll be the time, Nancy, where you can tell us you can look at the menu item and decide can't do that, or can we get a substitute for that?
Paella's okay sometimes, but sometimes they put beer in it.
Oh,
Or
right.
I'm trying to think, there's something else that they can put in there that has wheat in it, but we can talk about that offline.
Okay, yes, absolutely. But there is options for allergies and food sensitivities, especially we'll make sure of that before we do these group menus. We get them settled, but that's coming up. I'll have Marcy do that. You'll be hearing from her on that, the menus and the packing lists, and more on the flights. So everything okay?
Is there anything
Yep.
else in terms of the flight itself that, I know, Jeannie, you've written a couple of articles, but that maybe you haven't covered or that we should be preparing in terms of these long flights?
I would say that the jet lag story we did, but I will tell you how I do it is I take a sleeping pill on my overnight flight, and not an Ambien, but a prescription. And I don't drink, I drink a lot of water. I don't drink any alcohol on that flight over. And then when I get there, I might end up taking a little bit of a nap in the afternoon, which is probably, most people say don't do it, but I might do that. But then that night I take another sleeping pill so I can have a solid night's sleep the first night I get there, because, so I don't know if that helps, but that's all I do. And on the way back, it's a whole different thing, but okay.
What kind of sleeping pill do you get?
I get
that's not- that
Lunesta.
is-
Lunesta. Have you ever heard of Lunesta?
Is it easy to get?
It actually surprisingly is not. I mean, especially because I moved to a new city and I didn't have a doctor here, so I had to jump through all
Are you
these.
going to share with us?
Are
you going to share?
Yes, remember, we're always ready. We're always ready to share. Remember, when anybody has a sleeping issue,
I gave you pills for your knee. You can share with your,
And I remember in Cuba, somebody lost their handbag with their medications in, and we all piled in together, and between us, we have a really good pharmacy. But I mean, among us, I think we have a good pharmacy.
I love it.
Can I chime in with a note about COVID supplies? So if you can, in the next couple of weeks, sort of minimize your contact with people, bring COVID tests, bring masks. And I actually got my doctor to prescribe me Paxlovid, so I'm traveling with it.
Oh, good.
My doctor would not subscribe it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I kind of did cancer
Some don't.
on them.
But bring tests. Definitely bring tests.
Yes, well, I'm going to have tests. I mean, I will have tests. I'll have extra masks. I mean, that's part of what I feel like I need to do. But I also have earplug, those kind of things. So anyway, but COVID tests, yes, and
cold medicine, flu medicine.
I will be wearing a mask on my flight for sure.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, I stopped wearing a mask on my flights for like the last few months, or I mean like last 9 months, but now I'm going to start doing it again because it feels like I need to be aware of it.
COVID is back in,
It's
kind
back.
of, and I know I just had a test last week, so.
Yeah, so I'll have a test, I'll have some masks, I'll have other goodies. I mean, I wish I could say I have Paxlovid, but I do not have that. But
well, that has its own drawbacks. So
what, the Paxlovid?
Yeah, the Paxlovid is sort of awful. I took it the first time I had COVID.
Yeah,
but you get through it. You get through it.
Yeah.
Bring cold medicine.
And the good news is we are in we're going to a place that has good, first world medical care. So
yes, exactly.
Okay, everyone. So you'll be hearing from Marcy on some of these other things we discussed that I didn't have everything on my fingertips, or, do we need more input from you? So I think we're good to go. I'm excited.
Okay. Me too.
Okay, nice to meet you all.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you, and
Can't wait.
see you in September.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
that's our
So long,
song.
farewell.
Bye bye.